Shalom, Apostle Tahar coming back at you with this truth, giving all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai B'Shem Rakak Wadash. And I'm going to entitle this video, China and the Mark of the Beast. And by the way, did you do your 3 videos a week? I'm going to start pushing that out there. Okay? If you're part of GreatMillStone, you should be doing at least 3 videos a week, at least. If you're on fire. However, if you're lukewarm, Most High gonna spew you out of his mouth any damn way. Anyway, this is based upon a video. Now, certain brothers out there, elders out there, that are on fire for this truth. That's it. Part of GreatMillStone. Within the last couple of weeks, I mean, every time we'll get a wave of videos dealing with the Mark of the Beast. You know, sometimes, you know, about a month ago, we went into a bunch of videos dealing with the so-called UFOs being the chariots of Israel in scriptures, the clouds and so forth. But the spirit now is on. There's a wave of brothers doing videos. You know, they're finding articles on the whole microchip technology, and China is so far advanced with the cashless society that they even have stores where there's no employees, there's no cashiers. It's just a closed, it's like a supermarket that you use your app. Soon you will be using your right hand or your left hand, you know, to open a door. Now, if you see this video, I'm going to put this video in the description box so you can watch the whole video. It's an Edomite in China, or he appears to be an Edomite. Anyway, what you're seeing right now is a still. I will show you the whole video, but you can watch it on your own. You know, it's a little bit more than 17 minutes, and this individual takes out his smartphone, and we use the smartphone for every goddamn thing, man. You know, I was on the highway looking for a particular restaurant so I can call in an order. All I did was I pulled out my smartphone, went to Google, and I named the restaurant what I thought the name of the restaurant was, and it gave me the restaurant. It gave me the directions. It gave me the phone number. I clicked. It dialed the number, and the person said hello. I said I want this, that, and the third, and I'm about 5-10 minutes away. And the individual said, "Don't worry about it. It's done. You know, we're on it right now." I got there. It took maybe another 3 minutes, and the food was ready. Because I called him maybe 10 minutes before I got there. And then I told him, I said, yeah, you know, I got your number through the smartphone. And then we just had a little brief conversation on how powerful the technology of a smartphone is. But what's going to really, you know, change the face of the way we think of technology is when they actually put that chip in your right hand, left hand, butt cheek, forehead. So you don't need keys, you don't need anything. You don't need a wallet, you don't need credit cards, because everything is going to be put in your chip. And GreatMillStone, or GMS, we've been pushing it from the very beginning. See, the Spirit got on me even before I came into the truth. I knew about the Mark of the Beast. Now, I didn't know it was an actual a chip. I didn't know how it worked, whether they put a tattoo on you or whatever, because I was always into the scriptures, and I knew something's going to happen one day in the future where they're going to put something in your right hand on your forehead. And in Europe, they deal, over here in the States, they deal with the RFID, which is radio frequency identification. In Europe, it's called the NFC, which is a near field communication, which means the same thing in different words. It's like saying regeneration and reincarnation. Regeneration and reincarnation is the same thing. It means back in the flesh. Okay? So anyway, you know, the Spirit got on me to do this video, you know, on the subject of the mark of the beast, which is the microchip. Fear the microchip. And I'm going to say it again if I didn't say it. GreatMillStone, for the record, we've been teaching that the mark of the beast is the microchip technology. It's the RFID technology. It's the NFC technology. And now it's right here. Anyway, in this video, and we know the scriptures, Revelation 13, Revelation 14, Revelation 15, Revelation 20. In this video entitled "Inside the RFID Stickers from a Chinese Cashierless Store," and when you watch this video, the guy uses his app on his smartphone. You know, he puts it up to that mark in there, and it opens up the door. Then he goes in with the cameras and he starts buying things, and I'm only not even a minute in, and I'm already all said, oh shit, I got to do a video on this. And he's gonna pick up a bunch of items when you watch the whole video, and he's gonna cash out with his smartphone. And then when he leaves, the door is gonna lock. And if somebody else wants to go in to shop, they put their smartphone, they go to the app, they put their smartphone on the marker on the front of the door. It opens the door, so there's no way you can steal nothing, because everything is attached electronically, technologically, however you want to say it, to your app, to your individual app. So if you go in there, you take stuff, you don't pay for it, guess what? It's going to come out of your app, which is going to take money out of your account. So I mean, how can you steal something? I mean, you can steal something, but if you go to a store, you have to have that app. As soon as you go into that app, you're identified as so and so and such, and that goes right into your account. If you ain't got no money, hey, you can't get in. It's right here. We used to say it's right around the corner. It's right here. And I'm gonna say it for a third time. GreatMillStone, aka GMS. We've been saying this since we got on YouTube, and even before we got on YouTube. And now it's here. China is the model to see how it will work. And once this thing works in China, it's going to go to America, it's going to go to Europe, which, by the way, is the beast is behind this. And the beast, you know, I was watching the news, CNN, the meeting that DJ Trump and Putin is about to have, if they're not having it already. And what Putin did, he got off the plane and he jumped into a limousine called the Beast. I think it's called the Beast 2. The limousine that DJ Trump drives in is also called the Beast. Look it up. Now you're gonna have simple ass niggas out there saying, "Oh, see that car right there? That's the Beast. That's the Beast in the Book of Revelation." No, it's not the Beast in the Book of Revelation. It's just a car that they call the Beast. The Beast is a system, and the Beast is going to be behind the. And this technology came from from Europe, from the beast itself. Anyway, it says inside the RFID stickers from a Chinese cashierless store. And when you watch the video, he uses the, and I keep saying the same thing because I'm, you know, you got to keep running it home. So you other camps, you got to wake up to the fact that that this is the mark of the beast system. It's here. And you also have to realize, pursuant to Revelation, the 22nd chapter, the 18 and 19 verse, that the Most High, if you take away from this word or add to this word, the Most High will take away the blessings or add to you the cursings or the destruction to you. So you can't go off on one point when it comes to these scriptures, man. You know, if you're teaching that the mark of the beast is something other than the microchip technology, then you don't have the gospel. All you have to do is go off on one point in the scriptures. If you're teaching that Edomites can make it, that's not the gospel. You might be teaching everything. The 12 tribes, this, that, the other, America's Babylon. You might be teaching all that. But if you're teaching that Edomites can make it, then that's not the gospel, man. You know, that there's a term called imbrued. Let me look that term up. Give me a second. I'm gonna bring up another tab. As soon as it comes up, I'll bring it up. I think it's imbrued. Let me see. NBREW. Okay, imbrew. Imbrew. Let's look up the word imbrew. I'm sorry. Let me go to meaning. They get the simple meaning here. And the first time I heard this, let me go to imbrued. Let me go to imbrued. Okay, imbrued doesn't want to come up. Maybe it's imbrued with an M. Okay, good. It's I'm sorry, I said imbrew. It's imbrew. Imbrew. IMBRUE or ED. And it means, and the first time I heard this was a movie, Stand By Me, with Morgan Freeman, which, by the way, he's not a Nigerian, but we all know he's an Israelite. Anyway, the word imbrew, right? It means verb, past tense, imbrued. Imbrued. It means stain, something, especially one's hand or sword. They were unwilling to imbrue their hands in his blood. And now Morgan Freeman said to taint, to stain. Let's get some more boy. Okay, let's try Oxford. Imbrued means to taint or to stain. It means to stain. When you add something to the mix, let's say you have a recipe or something, a soup, and you put an ingredient that's not supposed to be in there. That's another definition of imbrued. All right, to stain, to put something in there to where it no longer is pure. So if you teach that Edomites can make it, you know, that's you stain the scriptures. You tainted the scriptures. You stained the scriptures. You added something to the scriptures that's not supposed to be there. So with the mark of the beast, if you say it's anything other than what we're saying it is, which is the microchip, then you stain the scriptures. You tainted the scriptures. And the Most High said that He's gonna deal with you according to what you did, man. Hey, the scriptures also say they shall not wear a rough garment to deceive. Okay? Because you got guys out there that are going out there putting on garments, putting on fringes and borders of blue, and they listen to our videos, they listen to ISUPK, IUIC, different groups that came out of One West, which the truth came out of One West. And basically they're taking some of what we taught and some of what some other groups taught, and they're kind of putting their own thing in, and they're making up their own form of what Israelites are supposed to know. So you got guys out there teaching that Edomites are not white people. You have actual Israelite groups teaching that, man. Teaching against the obvious. I'm a little all over the place, but I'm going to come back to the whole mark of the beast thing in China. Anyway, you got guys actually teaching. All you got to do is go to YouTube and put in Esau is not the white man, and watch how many different Israelite groups come up saying that no, they're not white people, they're Arabs, they're this, they're that, they're the other. You got groups out there saying Esau can make it, which is clearly not going against the scriptures or not biblical. And the same thing with the mark of the beast. It said there will come a time where they will not, where I'm just paraphrasing, I can bring the scripture up, where they will not wear a rough garment to deceive. So if you're teaching that the mark of the beast is Christianity on an embargo, you are deceiving the people. If you're teaching that Edomites can make it, you are deceiving the people. If you're teaching that the term Gentile, if you're teaching that Cornelius is an Edomite, you're deceiving the people. And we're coming down to the wire now. And you're going to find out that Great Millstone, the Most High, is dealing with Great Millstone from the apostles on down. It starts with the apostles. The Most High have set the apostles last, man. We've been teaching this truth faithfully, and we're looking to get our reward, man. And anybody that's lukewarm, or we had through the years, I don't know how many men, individuals have left Great Millstone through the years. I mean, we don't got to put a list, or this guy left on this date. Guys, just one day they're on fire, hellfire coming out of their tongue, out of their mouth, and then the next day you don't see the guy for 3 months, and all of a sudden he disappears. He's back in the church because you never had the faith any goddamn way. What does it say in 1 John the 2nd chapter and the 20th verse? We all know that by heart. You know, if you're not a part of this thing, if you're not a part of the elect, and as Apostle Gabar always says, this is about the elect. This ain't about you cool with some goddamn body. There's a lot of guys in Great Millstone through the years that been in for a certain amount of years because they were cool with everybody. I remember back at One West, which was a hot mess became a hot mess. They had guys raised up because certain young brothers co-signed a vehicle for one of the high priests, or anything, or painted somebody's house, or did this, or did favors for him. Lent him a large sum of money. All of a sudden, the guy, you know, he's just a guy that's come to the class once in a while. You know, you kind of know him, you're cool with him, you might drink with him back in the day. And all of a sudden, this guy, the council pop up, and all of a sudden, this guy's raised up to a 13 shield general. And I said, when this nigga go to a fucking camp, to a camp, excuse my French. So there's a lot of bullshit going on, man. There was a lot of that's why the Most High, that's why the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakah Kodash, broke up One West, man, because it was a mess. You had a lot of women in there, and a lot of those women were jumping around, what you call it, hoe hopping, whatever you call it. There was a lot of women in the school. I remember there was women in the school wearing short mini skirts, as they call it, and put fringes and bordered blue on the mini skirt, man, with high heels on. And the school got out of order, man. That's why the Most High broke it up. That's why the Most High broke it up. Oh, Zabak, he made a statement on one video a couple of years back, and he was talking about us, saying that the mark of the beast is some Christian doctrine. He didn't mention our names, but of course he was talking about us. We're the only group that pushes the mark of the beast so sternly. He said that if GMS, I don't know if he mentioned GMS, he said if they would have brought that nonsense to the heads, they would have got shut down. Well, you know what? If I would have brought it to the heads and they couldn't see it, I'm going to say, look, brother, the mark of the beast is the microchip. Fear the microchip. All right? Anyway, like I said, we all know these scriptures by heart, right? Matter of fact, you know what? We know Revelation 13 by heart. Let me go to Revelation. This is what happens if you do take that chip. Now, if you don't know what it is, and you go ahead and take it, and you say, well, I didn't know that was a chip. Well, guess what? Shame on you. Shame on you. Anyway, let's go to 14. And the reason why I was born on this earth at this time, because I believe I'm a man of the Lord. Let's go to, okay, 8 verse. Revelation 14 verse 8. We already know Revelation 13 by heart. Revelation 14 verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, which is America, is fallen, in that great city, which is not the Vatican City. Anybody's teaching that nonsense, the Most High is going to destroy that person, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. 9th verse. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, a lot of you don't even know who the beast is, and his image, and some of y'all teach that the image of the beast is Caesar Borgia. The image of the beast is not Caesar Borgia. The image represents their system. And receive his mark, which that word mark is the Greek word charagma, all right, in his forehead or on his hand. It didn't say left or right, it said hand. In Revelation 13 it says right hand. And that's literal. A literal forehead, a literal hand, and a literal mark. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture. That's those missiles, that's that destruction, that's the fire, into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels. What does that mean? When you go to Matthew, the 24th chapter, it says the angels are going to cover the sky from one end of the heaven to the other end of the heaven, and they're gonna beam up the elect, pursuant to Revelation 11 chapter 8 verse on down. And at the simultaneously, the missiles are going to be hitting these chariots are going to be shooting lasers and fire on the people. So a lot of things are going to happen at one time. We're going to be getting beamed up. The missiles going to come. Babylon will be utterly destroyed. Certain areas on the planet will be destroyed, but some areas will be built back up, like the land of Israel is going to be totally destroyed, but built back up. And it says the presence of the holy angels, meaning they're going to be in those ships, and we're going to be watching it. Psalms 91, we're going to watch everything. We're going to have a ringside seat. We're going to be in those plush, gold and silver, so-called UFOs, and we're going to watch the whole thing. And in the presence of the Lamb. The Lamb is Yahushua. 11th verse, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, for a long time, and they have no rest day or night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. It says, 12th verse, here is the patience of the saints. So he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. Matthew 24, right? That's the patience of the saints. The fact that we came into this thing and we held on to this truth and didn't let it go. The Most High said, the Lord said, hold fast. In other words, hold it hard. Don't throw the truth away. Don't drop the ball, so to speak. And a lot of y'all that drop the ball, a ball's going to be dropped on you. All you guys, you 1992 Israelites that fell off because King Marshall passed and the school got broke up and you got all messed up. The year 2000 came and you didn't see no deliverance, so you said, the hell with it, man. We were the ones that kept this thing going. We were the ones that the apostles of GreatMillStone, starting number one with myself, all right? A lot of these different Israelite groups came out of us, man. Follow GreatMillStone. They looked at the different videos and said, oh, I'm going to go with GreatMillStone. And a lot of them broke off and they call themselves doing their own thing. Now, if they doing the right thing through the Most High can deliver them, man. But if they go off by any point, the Most High is going to destroy you, all right? It says, okay, it says 12th verse. Here's the patience of the saints, which are the Israelites. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High. That's why we have bears. That's why we have fringes. That's why we eat according to the dietary menu. That's why we keep the Passover, so forth and so on. And the faith of Yahushua. And the main reason why people go off is because they lack faith. And they don't fear the Most High. And they don't tremble before the Most High. What did the Apostle Paul say in 2 Corinthians 5 and 11? He spoke about, you know, it speaks about having the fear of the Most High. He trembled at the Most High, and that's why he did the work. You do the work through fear. You do it through fear so much till you no longer fear. You just do it. You become a robot to this truth, man. And you can't wait to do it, brother. Or brothers out there, and some of you sisters. And you can't fake it, brother. You can't go through the motions. You got to be passionate about this thing. And that doesn't mean to scream at the top of your lungs. That means to push this word. If you know that this thing is coming, and the Most High set you up and you believe that you're a man of the Lord, then your job is what? To do what a man of the Lord does, is to go out and teach this word, man. Not get with a guy, stand next to a guy that's on fire. Because you cool with the guy that's on fire and you lukewarm, does that mean you're going to make it? Hell fucking no. You ain't going to make it, man. You guys have been in this thing for 10 years, 11 years. Look, we don't even hardly communicate with them guys because they doing their thing. They on fire. They on fire. They doing their thing, man. Some of the brothers be coming out at the end of the month in August. We see them brothers. We see us hug them, salute, shalom, drink some wine with them, eat with them, bullshit with them. Might go through a couple of scriptures. They all gonna come to the camps or whatever. And then they go back, and if we don't see them for the next 2 years or until the kingdom come, so be it. Because brothers are on fire. This is not about we're not coming together to spoon with each other, man. Anyway, I said enough. I'm going to say shalom. We're at the end of this thing, man.